Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Um, Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for being members and engaging with our association. We're always excited to have you present. I should have engaged the chat. So if you would like to, it'd be great if you type your name and location or business area, something to kind of let us know who's here. It's always fun to see. Since we're on a webinar and we're talking to our screens, it's nice to have a little engagement. And if you have any questions throughout, feel free to use that chat, which everyone will see, or you can put questions in that Q&A box, which will just come to us if you have something you want to ask not in front of people. Also, feel free to raise your hand. We can turn your mics on and let you share or let you ask questions if you have anything specific. Um, just a quick note from America Outdoors. I'm super pumped that the conference registration is open. People are starting to sign up. Most of the agenda is up and determined. So you can go to americaoutdoors.org if you haven't already and look and see what we have in store and get yourself signed up, get your team signed up. There's lots of intention this year behind scheduling sessions that are at a management, like a new emerging management level, as well as that CEO, that owner level. So check it out. There's a couple things that will change, a couple things that will be added in the next month or so, but the vast majority of it's up and we're open and planned and ready to go. So we hope to see you there. Secondly, I want to thank Harvest Host for being here, and I want to make sure we're introducing them, which is why we put together this webinar. Harvest Hosts have been a member of America Outdoors for the last 2 years. They have been present at our conference before. I'm really excited about the fact that they've teamed up with us and that they've chosen to support our organization because it's a great way for you as outfitters to diversify your business without spending any additional income. So I'm really grateful that Ali's here to share the details. I will not explain them nearly as well. I'm just very excited about the idea. So with that, Ali, I'm going to turn it over to you. And again, thank you for being here. Thank you for making time to put this together for our members and our outfitters. And I am going to step into the background and let you take over. And everyone, feel free to holler or type in the chat if you need us. Ali?
Thank you, Karen. Yeah, I'm very excited to be here. I'm Allie and I work for Harvest Host. I oversee the business development side of things. So we work with our partners, our small businesses to help them elevate their business and get more eyes on their location, but also offer them a way to earn additional revenue. And so I have the fun job of working with all the small businesses. And I live up here in Frisco, Colorado. So I'm super passionate about the outdoors and working with all your businesses because I love the outdoors. I love being super active. And so this is especially awesome for me. So the overall idea of this webinar is going to talk about turning parking into profit for you, how to turn your lot into extra revenue. And I'll walk through all the details here. Just make sure you can see my screen. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. We'll keep this casual, so just let me know as questions pop up. So the roadmap for this webinar, we're going to talk about how it all works, what the host dashboard looks like, how to maximize your revenue, and then requirements to host, as well as the easy process to start hosting. So I'll walk through each of these steps for you. Our mission for Harvest Host is to support small businesses and communities while helping millions of people live happier lives through road travel. So we have 250,000 RV travelers that are Harvest Host members, and they support small businesses driving cross country and spending the night at these awesome locations. And I'll dive more into that. But a key point for you to know is that our members drive about $50 million back to small business year over year. So that's a really cool stat there. And we're very, very happy about that. So we have this amazing, beautiful map that's also an app on your phone, and you can search around this very cool map. But what you find is that we have over 2,000 farms and ranches, which are amazing. That includes bison ranches, alpaca ranches and farms, and super cool locations for our members to park at and then patronize these businesses. We have over 1,800 attractions, and that includes rafting locations, zipline locations, museums, all sorts of really cool attractions across the country. We have over 900 wineries, 700 breweries, distilleries, and over 300 golf courses as well. So you can see we have lots of pins on the map and lots of cool locations for our members to park at. The benefits of hosting with us is we highlight your offering. So we create this beautiful profile for you using your pictures and a detailed description. And then our members can then go ahead and look at your pin and see your beautiful profile. So it's quite easy for us to do that for you. And it's also free of charge to make get all the back end work done. And then you receive notifications for a request if somebody wanted to stay at your location. They park there for the night and it's cost free for that first night, but they patronize your business. So the idea is that they book a white water rafting tour, they do the zip line. And so it's driving this additional revenue to your location. And so along with the profile and the request to stays, then you can open up your property to RVers. RVers typically go hand in hand with all these activities. They're always looking for activities on the road and ways to spend their time. Um, so I do see a lot of synergy between our businesses. You'll see here that you can market your profile, or you can market your offerings on your profile. So any tours that you may have, or branded merchandise, or any way for our member to monetize your business would be on your profile. We make them super detailed, similar to how an Airbnb profile would look. So, just you can start to get creative with ways to monetize your business. We display it all for our member to see. And if you had hookups, that's another added benefit. Or any additional ways for you to earn revenue is completely fine, and we can update that on your profile. We also do put house rules and instructions on your profile. If it's like park over here in this parking lot, great. We make sure that it's very detailed as to where the member can pull in and park. So keep that in mind. It's all customizable to you, your business, and your needs. You do have the ability to manage your calendar completely. Um, so if you're very busy on the weekends, you could block off the weekends. If you're closed over some of the holidays, you could block off some of the holidays. If you want to try this type of platform out, you could try it out for, say, just Wednesday nights and see if it's working for you. We want you to know that it's your business. We don't want to change your business. We want to help you enhance it. So you have full control over the profile and the calendar. So keep that in mind. It could be very flexible. We do have an amazing mobile app. And so our RVers hit the road. They're a very active bunch. And they could search on the map, see your pins on the map, go ahead and book a night. So we do have a very handy app that's also great for mobile phones. Does anybody have any questions so far? I know it's a lot of information, probably a new idea as well. Feel free to drop them in the chat if anything pops up. Requirements to host. Again, we keep it very simple. Our RVers have to be self-contained. The idea is not that they're going to set up a huge campground at your location. They're there to simply park for the night and then move on the next day. You have the option to offer nights two and beyond at a rate. So depending on your location, we could work on ways to help monetize nights two and beyond. But all that's required is a space for an RV to park, a flat space, products to sell or services that you could offer to our members. We do require that you have liability insurance, and as a business, you probably already have this insurance in place, which is great. Um, it is nice that if you have several employees at your business, it's nice that everybody could excuse me, that everybody understands the Harvest Host platform and knows when a member arrives what they need to say or how they talk about Harvest Host. And then it's always wonderful if you have social media, a website, or a Facebook page, because we could use pictures from there, and it's a great place for our members to also leave reviews in addition to our website as well. What you don't need, you do not need to have hookups of any kind, either electric or water. You do not need to have that. Our RV members are self-contained. There's no investment to join, so it's completely free to fill out an application and for us to do all the back end work. There's no cost involved there. So keep that in mind. There's also no long-term commitment. So there's no contract to sign. We simply set up your profile, get you going and live. And if 3 months down the road you decide, hey, maybe it's not the best fit or the best time of year, you could stop at any time. There's no experience for RV needed. So if you're not an RVer yourself, no worries. We have lots of farmers and ranchers that do this actually, that don't RV themselves. But it's a great way to earn additional revenue. So just to review a few of the frequently asked questions that we typically receive, what type of insurance do I need? And it's that liability insurance coverage, which most businesses already have. Do I need to provide any RV services? And the answer is no. Our members receive a ton of information on our end about what to expect. And if you're a new business, we make your profile extremely clear so they know exactly what they're getting into. But no RV hookups are required to be at on our platform. And then, do I need to host every day? No, you have full control over your calendar. And then what happens if I want to stop hosting? There's no commitment. So keep that in mind. We're really a flexible platform, and the beauty of it is we're here to help support the small business. So we want to drive the revenue to you. We don't take any revenue share from this. The membership, the fee is $99 for a year, and that's unlimited stays at all the small businesses. So keep that in mind. Here's awesome member reviews. We always like to share these because it's true. Our members have these awesome experiences on the road, and then they love to tell their story and tell everybody about it. Um, so I'll just read a few. Would never have found this place without Harvest Host. So glad we found it. We went on a great Jeep tour. Would recommend fun and informative, great stay, friendly people, and that was a Jeep Tour host location in Colorado. Um, our closest yet to a peaceful creek, and enjoyed every minute with guide John reeling in those rainbow trouts. So that was a fly fishing host in North Carolina. And then you could see the river rafting host in Colorado, hands down one of the coolest Harvest Host locations to stay at. And then another zipline host in North Carolina. We found this excellent, unique experience a blast. And you'll find that members are just super happy to be there. And they get that first night of parking complimentary. But the idea is that they spend money at your location. So instead of paying for the parking, they're doing the tour, they're buying the zip line experience, they're fishing in the lakes or the ponds or whatever it is. The concept is that they're there to support the small business. So it is a win-win program. I've been doing this for almost 4 years now, and I feel so good about this company because I love supporting small businesses myself. But it does increase your annual revenue. So we found that, depending on how many parking spots you have open or how much you have to purchase or sell, you could make a ton of extra money. And you could reinvest that back into employees or whatever you have at the small business. It's passive marketing. We do all the marketing for you, create the beautiful profile for you. We'll often do social media posts, and we do have millions of followers, but we do have a 250,000 paying members a year. So keep that in mind. And then it's shared experiences. So you'll create shared memories with our members that stay at your location, and they typically come back for more. So we're increasing your foot traffic and your customer base. And then we keep it super easy for you to start hosting. We have an application that's pretty simple, but it does require a little bit of detail because we want to make sure you're setting your profile up correctly. So my team actually can help walk you through completing the applications. Um, we have an onboarding team that then makes everything look beautiful. We'll send it to you for review and approval. And then once it's good to go, we open up your calendar and you start welcoming RVers. Keep in mind that RVers and RVs are various sizes. So if your parking lot only allows for, say, one spot, that's completely fine. And if it's a camper van spot, that's completely fine as well. So keep in mind, you don't have to visualize it like it's these gigantic rigs all the time. We can tailor it to what works best for your parking lot or parking field and make sure that you're comfortable with everything. Um, if you want to check us out, you can check out the harvesthost.com/hosting site, and that would have our application on there as well. Um, and so we keep it super simple for you. Again, we do all the back end work. You could also scan this QR and or email listings at harvesthost.com. So that's pretty much what it entails to be part of the Harvest Host platform. And it's really fun. It's really a feel-good business model. So very proud of it. And I'm glad we had a lot of participants. But if you have any questions, I'd be happy to stay on. If you want to pop off your screen too, or on the screen too, that's fine.
Yeah, does anybody in the group have questions? Allie, thanks for that.
Yeah. I know it's a lot of information all at once, but I'm happy to chat about it. And I will also be at the event as well. So we'll have a booth there.
Yeah, I actually, if you don't mind, can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
Just in, I guess as I'm thinking about if I were an operator, if I were having people come, can you kind of like go through what the process might be if an RV shows up on your lot? You're checking, say you're checking in rafting and you've got a lot going on. Like, what's the process? Do they just come in and park, or do they have to come into the business and check in? How does that typically work?
For sure. And that's a great question. We have two options. When you go ahead and you're on your app and then you book a location, the business owner could either receive a notification to approve or deny the stay. If they want to approve it, great. They would just approve it on their host application that we have for them, and they could approve it. We also have auto approval. So if it's like Monday through Friday and they're slammed and they just say, yep, the parking's open, it would auto approve for our member that's on the road and traveling. So there's a few different options. We love auto approval because it kind of just takes it off your hands, and it gives you some more of your time back.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Is there typically a time when they have to be reserved by, or can these reservations happen anytime? Like, am I going to know on Tuesday who's coming Wednesday, or am I going to know like Wednesday that someone's showing up?
And that too is up to the host. You could have same day reservations and you could check that box and we'll make sure that same day reservations are okay. If you need to know 48 hours in advance, we can make sure that your calendar is set up that way. So reservations have to be made 48 hours in advance. So it's really customizable when a member can book.
That's awesome. I love that. Because some operations will need to plan differently and some days are different than others. So I think it's important to think about as I think about our members' businesses. Um,
Totally. So yeah, calendar is customizable and booking time frame is customizable as well.
yeah, great. Um, Anyone else have any other questions or anything to add? Anyone familiar or feel free to jump in, raise your hand, or ask questions if you've got them.
Yeah, don't be shy. And then also, I have a team that's very well versed in how this all works for all different types of businesses. So we're happy to chat with you one-on-one as well.
Awesome. Then let's wrap up
Sure.
and say again, Ali, Jamie is here as well from Harvest Host. Thank you to you and your team for putting all this together. This really is a great way for a lot of our members to be able to diversify and increase revenue without increasing cost. So I love the idea, and I really love that you've decided to support our organization and show up.
Absolutely.
For those of you that will be at the conference in Salt Lake City in December, Harvest hosts, including Allie herself, will be in the booth. They've got booth 518 um, already there and ready to go. So there's plenty of time for conversation there as well. Um, so thank you. Thank you for those of you who took time to join us, and we hope to talk to you all soon.
I appreciate you all. Thank you so much.